All right. Anybody dancing? Anybody wearing their Conehead shirt? I love that song. That's a good Saturday song. My buddy Andy Simmons. Hey Abraham, I don't know about that. That's a cool song. All right, so we're good Saturday morning. We usually go 9:19 in the morning, but Emily's got a softball game at 10:30. I figured, what the heck? I'm sure I won't piss anybody off by being early because I want to watch her play softball. And then I got to come home so we can watch Isaiah. So good news, real quick, and then we're going to show the puppies. It didn't explode overnight. That was what we were watching last night. One of the last posts that I put last night showed the dry air coming around from the west around the south, and it kind of broke the system up. And this is current satellite on weathernerds.org. So kind of reminiscent of what happened to Irma at the last approach. We had some dry air coming around from the south, and dry air. That's what we said. That was the one thing to the west that could disrupt it, and so it's hanging on. Pressure's low, so we're not gonna discount anything yet. We already got a significant weather advisory going through South Florida, Miami-Dade. In fact, we had a bunch of fans post that. So good morning, everybody. We got a wonderful crew here. We got some great supporters that support me. I really appreciate that. We got close to 1 million fans now. It's crazy, unbelievable. I want to try to read some comments. Things are kind of cut and dry. You know, the good thing about what we do here, we talk a lot about speculation 10 days out. When we get into the point where we have a 3-day NHC cone, my job is a little less because the NHC 3-day cone is usually right on. So remember, you always go to NHC, National Hurricane Center, for official forecast. The speculation's a little less, I guess you should say. Every hour that goes by, things are a little bit more clear. But still some questions that we're going to talk about. So, Isaiah, Shelby. Hey, what's up, Alicia? I have not got my Drunk Donkey mask yet. All my buddies around town are posting pictures of the Drunk Donkey mask. I ordered it the day I made it, and I haven't got it yet. So, I'm going to email that guy, Mike, and I'm going to complain about Teespring. All right, so let's show you the puppies. I feel a little woke up today. And then we're going to talk about it. Listen, Florida threat, Georgia threat, South Carolina threat, North Carolina, Virginia. This thing is still curving, so don't go away yet. So let's start out with Louie. Louie was sleeping. He's probably going to be, but this is my boy. This is the original Hurricane Louie. We're going to say hi. Everybody loves the puppies. He's pretty calm. We're teaching him to wave on our little TV show here, our Facebook show. So watch. He's learning every day. Wave. Wave. Come on, wave. He does great, doesn't he? Wave. He sits still. He knows. See the camera? Look right there. Don't move. Don't move. So there's Louie. He's our boy. Famous. Once we get back to gatherings again, we'll have meet and greets, and you all can meet Louie, and we have a coffee cup. Waking up with Louie. So that's Louie. There's our buddy Casper. What's up, Casper? What's up, Aaron Jackson? All right, here's the other guy. Now this guy you all named. This is our Louie 2.0. This is Hunter. And you guys named Hunter on the show. We had people talking about it before we even picked him up. So we decided on Hunter. And that's our boy. He's getting bigger. I don't know if he's getting bigger or not. He's only 3.5 pounds. Louie was never under 5 pounds. So we could have one of the smallest Frenchies on the planet. Little Hurricane Hunter. Right? And he's such a cute guy. He's so cute. He's getting cuter. Right? Can you do your morning yawn? Ready? Puppy kisses. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, Shelly? How you doing? Shelly's always helping me a lot, too. We appreciate that. She's my always there checking things out girl. So, all right, so we'll get right into it. Here's all the scoop. For first and foremost, big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Yesterday, I tweeted a picture. In fact, one of the big wigs there, Let's see if I can find it real quick. He was happy because we had some fun. Got a lot of shares. There was me last year at the ABC doing a little photo op. So big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. We had 161 likes on Twitter. That's pretty good. And it was funny. This is what I said. I said yesterday on Twitter, this is around 1 o'clock p.m. I'm like, listen, if you live in Southeast Florida, you better go to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits before 5 p.m. Just saying. Because I had a hunch we were going to have hurricane warnings. And we did. So that was the cue to go get your liquor before everything sold out. All right, so back to Travis. We're going to talk about everything now. So I'm not going to be able to read everything. I'm going to get right into it. I don't want to get distracted too much. So here's what we got. All right, so last night we saw dry air coming around from the backside. This is weather nerds. This is good news. We don't want this thing to blow up into a category, 3 hurricane. The pressure is still low, so we can't discredit anything. The pressure dropped this morning, but look at this. It was always fighting, but look, last night we saw a little bit of dry air come around the backside and get sucked in. That kind of broke apart some of the convection. So that was a good thing. It was maybe a temporary weakening. It's still hanging on, but the good thing is it didn't explode overnight. Here's Florida. So it's probably feeling a little weird in Florida right now. We got that dry, low humidity feeling on the East Coast, and it's probably like, probably blue sky, storms out there brewing, squalls out on the Gulf Stream, big storm coming soon. Go pass out in your hammock. Wait till noon. So I got the Miami radar. They just had a significant weather advisory. So we are getting squalls now. Look at that. This is all pre-Isaiah. And there they are. Not a very good radar shot, but we just had a pretty hefty little squall line pass through. So things are starting to go downhill in the south. Even though it looks ragged on satellite, it's still an 85-mile-an-hour hurricane, and it's still got 987 pressure. So don't let the looks fool you. Water spouts, tornadoes. Once we get daytime heating, you can almost bet that we're going to see tornado warnings. And you might think it's pretty and sunny outside, and this is going to be nothing. We get one of these squall lines come in, and with daytime heating, they get tornadoes. So don't be keep your radios on, keep your little radio. We all bought this radio here. I keep it right on my side. This cool little weather radio. The NOAA weather radio. You can listen to NOAA. In fact, maybe I'll take it today. I'm going to take it today. I'm going to take it to softball. Look at this thing. I love this little guy. My cute little guy. It's like my little hunter. Little cute guy. And listen, on my site too, by the way, if you're on my site, very simple link right here. NOAA weather radio. I got so many things on here you probably don't even know I have it. But you click on it and you can listen. Listen to NOAA Weather Radio. I love listening to NOAA Weather Radio. There's Miami, the classic.
Weather service forecast for the Miami.
I got to turn my music off. Listen.
High current risk in effect through Sunday evening.
So turn it on.
Storm warning in effect. Today, tropical storm conditions possible.
I love this.
Partly sunny.
I get goosebumps.
Chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning.
Isn't that crazy?
Likely and chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 80s.
So that's on there. If you need to listen to it, it's right here. There's a link. I've always had that link on there. So stay attuned to the weather. All right. So Angie, let's see. Bahamas radar. I'll try to read a little bit more today. Live Bahama radar. Here it is. Let me get my phone, make sure nothing's happening. I got the ringer turned off. So there is the Bahama radar. The big chitter chatter on Facebook or Twitter is the dryness to the south. That's that dry air that's been choking development on the south side. We had an eye yesterday briefly, and then it got sucked in some dry air as the day went on. So there is it. I mean, it's coming. That looks better than satellite. It had listen, and we had Turks and Caicos had serious flooding. I guarantee we're going to hear reports out of the Bahamas. We had feet of rain in Puerto Rico. This is a big rain event occurring right now in some places, Nassau. So, but this is live radar. You can see it looks like pretty healthy. Banding. This is all inching in. Okay, remember, skirt or not, we're going to have hurricane conditions. Big area of Florida still, hurricane warnings. I don't know what it is, but the hype is not there, which is good. Maybe the media overhypes storms, but we got a big area of Florida under a hurricane warning. So I'm not hyping it up. This is official, So that's what we got. This is all red. Palm Coast down to Boca Raton. Hurricane watch down to close to Miami there. So that's what we're waiting on, sitting patiently to see. Trissy, I don't think the West Coast is going to get anything. You might get a stray squall line. Anybody. This has been, we've been talking about this forever. But Middle Florida West, you might get one or two like itty bitty little fast moving tropical downpours that'll last maybe 5 minutes. You'll have sunshine, rain, sunshine. So, all right, let's look at all the models because I'm not trying to focus all on Florida right now. Let's look at the Windy app. This is pretty good. Well, let's look at all the models. First and foremost, all right, Tropical Depression 10. Look at, I finally updated the website. Look at this thing. This is embarrassing. It's not even, it's just Tropical Depression 10. This is out there in Cape Verde. So if you got an alert on your phone that said breaking news, Tropical Depression 10, think about it. So here's hype. I could have sent out a push notification on my app, which I'm really getting into my app. And I got a lot of new app people, and I love you guys. I really appreciate it because, oh, my buddy just tuned in. Ricky, what up? He lives on the Outer Banks. So anyway, I could have done a push notification. This is what sometimes happens. Tropical Depression 10 forms in the Atlantic, heading east or west, heading west. See, I always screw up east and west. I told you I usually. What's up, Don? Yanking my chain because I didn't go camping. Oh, I know. I gotta be here tracking. I will not tell you to put shutters up. My app is called Pretty Original, Mike's Weather Page. So, hey Holly, what's up? All right, so anyway, that's Tropical Depression. And this little guy here, real quick, little guy could come around and circle Bermuda. So, not really a big threat. This is a little guy that's going to split the gap between the U.S. and Bermuda, and maybe come back around. I don't know, but all right, Orlando effects, Marcia. It's going to be so hit or miss. Let's look at some high resolution radar. Let's do that. So long range. All right, here's the deal. Long range. Let's look at discussion. What are they peaking the winds at? 70 miles an hour. So all right, they're doing the same thing as last night. All right, so here's the deal, real quick. Here's the cone. Let me turn off some things here before I blow up my computer. The NHC website's slow. All right. So the Carolina coast, Georgia, very unlikely. This thing's going to curve. South Carolina, we've been showing a lot. Charleston northward. They have this at 70 miles an hour. So don't let the HS high-end tropical storm, low-end hurricane. 5 miles an hour, not a big a deal. So, definitely impacts are coming to the Carolinas. And no land interaction with Florida is going to maintain a little bit stronger system here. Gulf streams are tricky. We've seen plenty of systems get tied up to these fronts and get going. So Florida we're worried about, and definitely all the way up the coast. Surge, coastal erosion. We're going to have water issues across areas that are prone for flooding. Brunswick, Jacksonville. These are things that I have linked here on my site. Remember, everything in this column is hurricane related. Some of the latest surge look here. You can zoom in. You can see some of the surge values picking up here across Savannah, Brunswick area, Georgetown. These are live surge estimates. Myrtle's Inlet. We've talked about these guys. Myrtle Beach. So definitely, the water's coming. We got a counterclockwise spin. Jim, if you're listening, counterclockwise. Low pressure spin counterclockwise. So all this water pushes. And, official NHC landfall, Sneed's North Topsail Beach. I think that's where my buddy lives. There's a Topsail Beach. So that's the official track. Just basically Wilmington. Could be a 70-mile-an-hour storm. Still gonna be causing some crap, no doubt. But at least it's not a category, 3 or 4 monster. So that's good. Now my phone keeps beeping. I got to turn off Twitter. All right, so here's the official track. The good news again, official track keeps it just off the coast, but the cone is still all the way through Orlando. So anybody in this cone, expect the chances of the eye passing through you, and that includes Orlando. So somebody just asked about Orlando. Likely staying off the coast, right on that edge. In fact, let's look at some high resolution radar, and let's see if we're starting to get, because we already got bands. We showed this last night. We're going to get bands of storms now on the east coast of Florida, regardless of landfall or not. The storm is still pretty wide. We're going to get tornado warnings. You're going to get high amounts of rain. We're looking at hurricane warnings across the state, and we don't have that radar yet. But look, even the high resolution radar is starting to show these bands coming across the state. See that? Now you could, like I said, West Coast, you're going to get that occasional band flying through. It's going to be that classic setup where you see sunshine, fast-moving tropical band, and then sunshine. So we're not going to have any lingering rains middle Florida westward that are going to ruin your day. So I enjoy those things, man. I enjoy the tropical bands of rain. I like bands, man. I like the Luke Combs band. So when I work, I love listening to music, and I'm into Luke Combs right now. I just hope I don't burn out and not like it anymore. All right, so there's that one. Let's look at the NAM. The NAM's a little more long range, so we can get the NAM is in higher resolution though as far as rain bands go. But so this is noon, or no, this is what the heck? Yeah, it's noon. All right, so there's noon. See the bands. Here's our storm. Bands coming in. This is later afternoon. Storm comes in. And, this is the NAM. This is, but this is Sunday, 6 a.m. We talked about this timing a lot. We could be looking at an overnight landfall tonight. 2 a.m., 6 a.m. There's some pretty hefty bands in the morning, tomorrow morning. People ask about Orlando. Look, even though the eye could be here, we could still have action inland. So, look at that. This is a good looking shot. This is future radar. This is on the NAM. This is tomorrow at noon. Look at that. Right along the Cape. This is just one model thinking, obviously. All the models now are shifting, a tick. 20 miles is going to be, look at that. Right there. It's middle Florida. So, it all depends where the eye goes. That's some pretty good looking radar here. Look at that. There's the Cape. You can see Shelly's house. This is tomorrow morning. This is tomorrow, 6 p.m. Look at that. Classic. Jacksonville now, it's going to ride up the coast. And this is tomorrow evening into Sunday morning. So, look at that. That's reality. I get this feeling sometimes we track these things so much that you forget that it's actually really happening. Like, oh, we could actually get some crappy weather. So again, West Coast, an occasional shower. 99% of the time, these squall lines, these tropical squall lines, don't have tornadic activity with them. These don't. So I don't expect anybody from middle Florida west is going to have tornado warnings or anything. It's just going to be quick downpours. These are the squall lines that produce tornadoes. And the Gulf Stream is hot. They're going to be building around the system. The system won't be weakening very fast because half of it's going to be on land, the other half's going to be on water. Kind of like Matthew. We track Matthew, remember? And we'll be watching. All right, Vanessa. Yeah, the Navy model did good. Jim, I think the gusts of a Cat 2 are very, very possible. Yes. 987 pressure. It's still pretty strong. Brandon, yeah, that was a little shocking last night. I posted that. That was a weird thing that I saw. Did you guys see my live last night, by the way? We were doing our live and we saw a murder hornet. Right here, look, that was during our live. So this was the radar last night. If you missed the murder hornet, we saw a murder hornet on radar last night. Did I say Friday, Gary? Oh my God. I always screw that up. I screw up East and West in days. Today's Saturday. Sorry. But that was some funny stuff right there. This is a good post I saw this morning. This was out of South Florida, Miami, talking about tornado threats right along the coast. This is initially today. This obviously increases to the north. This is focused on Miami, but there's our storm surge threat. Obviously, we have flooding rain threat, and then we have wind threat. So it's coming, Florida. All right, so let's look at some models, I guess. It's so close right now that we got to watch in real time. Models at this point are 6 hours out. And, I wish I could use, I don't want to get in trouble from this guy here, so I'm not going to do it. Weather.us has some pretty strict guidelines on sharing stuff, even though I pay for it. I like his site, but I can't take a risk of getting kicked off again. All right, so we'll stick to what we know, and that would be, I guess we can go to weather models. I was trying to get more zoomed in into the southeast here. All right, so let's look at the southeast here. We'll start out with GFS. We'll show you the latest 6Z run. And this is a good one with rain. So here we go. All right, so here's the latest 6Z, right? Initialized at 991. It's 987. That's what you always got to look at. So hurricane hunters are finding 987. They're out there flying around right now, as a matter of fact. You can get it. You can see it on weather or tropical tidbits. So even though it looks unhealthy on satellite, it's still 987. That's pretty low pressure. That's going to produce a lot of wind. Sometimes the pressure drops and then the winds catch up. So we won't, same thing as last night. We got to watch for any last second bubbling of hot towers, and you can see them. We're starting to get indication that we're getting another one. Boom, boom. So this is the eye. This is where the center is. Dry air to the west, but overall, it's hanging on. The backside is juicy, but that's good for Florida. Because this blob hits Florida, this part will not, and it could wrap up around. But as far as inland goes, most tropical storm force winds extend out to the east. So typical with not so defined systems. So here's your center. Most winds extend to the north and to the east. So as this thing comes up into Florida, we're not going to see any of these big winds go to the west. That's why Tampa side might not see much at all. Jarrett, yeah, squirrels. Bree, yeah, let's show all the models now. I promise we're going to show all the models. All right, so here's the latest GFS. So initialize a little low. GFS still showing a deepening. 987 here, initialize at 991. It drops at 989, so you just kind of do the math. So the GFS is not expecting it to die. Put it to you that way. There's landfall very, 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 very close. Skirts the coast. This is tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. Monday morning. And a little deepening as it approaches South Carolina. So this storm's got two storylines for the Cone U.S. right now. Florida, Carolina. Florida, Carolina. How much land interaction Florida does with their system will determine how much strong our system is to the north. This would be Monday night. Nothing crazy. No crazy Cat 3 hurricane. But there it goes off into Carolina. So the general trend has been a little more inland, meaning the Outer Banks would be on the less effect side because it'd be inland, but we'd still have squalls coming in off the water. But that is a very possible path, and it could emerge off the coast of Delaware and still be a northeast rain threat. So we could have tropical impacts as far as Delaware northward. There's that. All right, so let's rewind it. Again, if you're just tuning in, our storm did not get any stronger overnight. It's maintaining 987 millibar, 85 miles an hour. The winds could pick up a little bit with that pressure drop. So it's not dying, put it to you that way. And it's not really strengthening. It's maintaining. Here's the CMC. CMC still contends it's going to be more of a landfall up the middle of the state and then kind of hugging the coast on its way up. So you can get the idea. The same exact path. The CMC is a tick to the west. And that would, more Florida impacts, less Carolina impacts, less Georgia impacts. Just a lot of rain. This is going right over Savannah, Brunswick right now. Rain. You'd have squalls off the Gulf. You'd have the same chances of storms. You'd have the same surge. But as far as winds go, the CMC would slowly start to kill it, obviously, as it goes over the Florida peninsula. So that's the CMC. These are on tropicaltidbits.com. It's our buddy Levi's site, so we use his a lot. We love them. Here's the Navy. The Navy model was the original model that everybody shared. Showed a big, bad hurricane. It skirts the coast, a little bit of inland. And, the problem with this model is it's initializing at 1,006 millibar, which is not correct. It's at 987. So this has got garbage in, garbage out. But see the same path. West Coast, a million questions about the West Coast. Stray shower. Navy pops it back over the Gulf Stream with a brief window to develop as it heads a little bit more into Carolina. And again, timing here, Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning. All right, let's look at our hurricane-specific models, the H-Wharf. This H-Wharf just ran a few hours ago, so we'll take a look at it. These are hurricane-specific models. This one actually initialized a little low. No, it didn't. 987. So this one's correct. This one actually got good data. So we'll see what it does. There's Bahamas, obviously. And it lowered it to 982, 985. It maintains at 985, 985, 990, 992. Little weakening. Just misses the coast of Florida. And there's South Carolina. Monday night, Tuesday morning. And North Carolina, South Carolina border overnight Monday into Tuesday. And there's boom. Remember, counterclockwise, pulling up that Gulf. So even though a landfall, still Outer Banks could get bands of rain storms. And our last computer model is the HMON. Has no relation to Bob Marley. And I'm wearing, check this out, I'm wearing my Tom and Dan shirt today. I've had two episodes on the Tom and Dan show. And I've had 2 episodes on the Drew Garabo show. Kick ass. All right, here's the HMON. And the only reason I thought Jamaica, because this kind of looks like a Bob Marley shirt. And I don't touch that stuff, but I joke about maybe I should to give my liver a break. I'm a beer and whiskey kind of guy. But I still listen to Bob Marley. All right, so HMON got initialized with good data, 988. It's important because, you know, garbage in, garbage out. These models are getting fed information from the hurricane hunters. That's why it's a good thing to these high resolution HMON, HWARF are specific hurricane style models. And look at that. HMON misses Florida as far as a direct hit and more of a Carolina hit. So it's the same thing. If it misses Florida altogether, then the Carolinas have a bigger impact. And when I say Carolinas, that groups South Carolina with North Carolina. Lean in a little bit more to South Carolina, maybe southern North Carolina. But the Outer Banks still reaching the Outer Banks. Rain event northward for sure. So there's that. All right, let's look at the latest. I haven't looked at this one yet. Let's look at the latest 6Z Euro. Let's see if it ran. I don't know if it runs this early or not. We'll find out. It has. All right. So here's the latest thinking on the Euro. Euro initialized at 994, so that's a little bit off. Latest Euro squeaks it right there. Still landfall. You know, near the center of Florida. Landfall. This would be Sunday night. Sunday night. Here's that's tomorrow. This is tonight on the Euro. This is overnight, midnight. So a little more slowdown on the latest Euro. I see a lot of questions about shutters. I would definitely put shutters up, but I wouldn't. I'd only put them on half your house. How's that? I have no idea. I put wood up for Irma, but that's because we have a lot of trees. Let's see. So there's the latest Euro. This one just came out. The reason I'm focused on it is because it's the freshest model that we got. The 06Z Euro just ran. And there's still landfall. Past Florida, there's that bend back off the coast. This is Monday morning. Little redevelopment. And there's, bam. Middle South Carolina again. Last night I felt bad. I was focused too much on Florida because it was a short term. But this is 977. Holy cow! It's definitely predicting a little bit of ramping up the last second, and then it goes inland. That seems to be the most consistent thinking of the models. A Florida skirt and then more of a direct impact in the middle South Carolina. And that's pretty significant. I should probably post that. What's up, Aaron Jackson? Our boater. Are you boating? I'm boating. What day am I boating? Oh man, now I got another meeting Tuesday. Crap. So we're going to have to go boating Wednesday. Angela, the HMON and HWARF, I don't know. That's why you got to take a blend of all models. That's what the NHC does. The NHC takes every one of these models. They develop a mean down the middle. They take the ensembles. They take every model, thousands of models, and they draw a line right down the middle. 9 times out of 10. Then of course they use their brain too. They're like, but maybe we know we're seeing things real time now, and we got to make a little adjustments. But that's significant. I'm gonna post this real quick. Bear with me, because I always like to post a lot of stuff, as you know. So let me post. You all take a coffee break. Latest 06Z Euro continues with Florida skirt. Now here's the hard part. How the hell do you spell reemergence? Is that a word? Oh, look at that. Did I spell that right? Reemergence? I don't know. I'll go up here. This is what I do. I Google it and make sure. Reemergence. Holy crap. Score 1 for Mike. Reemergence back over water with maybe some last second strengthening into South Carolina. Seems to be the common thinking. North Carolina, VA, still will have effects. Just one model, not a forecast. And I share. Oh, now I gotta recopy my image because I screwed up the my copy and paste. So we'll do that right there. We'll put it right there. Copy, paste, put the website, and we'll get back to chatting. How's that? SpaghettiModels.com. You can also type up Mike's weather page and it comes up. Just one model, not a forecast. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Hey, you're welcome, Jarrett. We just talked a lot about timing. Hey, that's a good idea. Graham-O'Leary, Jarrett. I might need to do that. Here's the hurricane hunters. Let's see what they're doing while we chit-chat. OBX, yep, OBX is evacuations, and they should. Thank you, Vicky. So yeah, like I said, we're in that stage where we have an official NHC cone right now. We have official NHC updates. So I mean, really, at this point, we're just kind of watching it in real time, and we're seeing any late second developments. Saw the dry air last night. I even got technical and drew a little arrow. And the Weather Nerd site's a little slow, as it should be. I'm sure they're getting a bazillion people on it. So we'll go here to Levi's site. This is a great high resolution site too. There's Florida. There's Isaiah. There's some more bubbling going on right here. This is the center. So this is the spot we're watching. Unfortunately, it's slowing down. Lots of rain guaranteed falling in the Bahamas right now, unfortunately. Puerto Rico had feet of rain, not inches, feet. Yeah, Hilton Head. Listen, yeah, we got more than just Florida people watching this. The good news is it's expected to accelerate a little faster. Not much though. See, the speed has slowed down officially on the NHC map, and that is because the trough here isn't going to pick it up until a little later. So this slowdown is painful. Jennifer, sometimes you just got to refresh. Sierra having breakfast. That's good. We haven't had breakfast yet. PR got hammered. Yes, they did. Bill, yeah, you just had a 16-mile-an-hour gust. I hope you didn't lose your hat. Here's a good site on my site. Wind alert. That's our buddy Shay Gibson. You can get real-time wind reports here from buoys. Or not buoys. They have wind stations, actually. So you can get real-time wind reports. Oh, we're back. We lost internet for a second. Bummer. Facebook hiccup. Oh, come on. Bummer. Facebook hiccup. hang loose. Hey, we're back. I got green. Got yellow. Got green. So sometimes these Facebook Lives, we get little internet hiccups. We just have to wait them out. It's kind of like a thunderstorm. I just took cover. Now we're green again. Look at that. So I have internet. We're back. All right, we're gonna ride this storm out and see if I can get the internet to work on our favor. I have a little green light. Now it's green again. I'm green. I'm green. Yeah, my up speed sucks. That's not good. But that's 2020 for you. So we'll let it catch up. You get these little internet hiccups I've learned over the years that you just have to wait for the internet to get back happy again. So listen, I've seen a lot of individual requests about places like Wilmington. Listen. I showed all the models, 70 mile an hour, 75 mile an hour hurricane coming your way. So Olivia, timeline for Charleston. Well, you can, looking back, Charleston, you can have a direct hit. And, that's the latest 6Z Euro. Let's look at some more, I just like the 6Z because it's fresh. At this point, we start looking at fresh models, and let's look at South Carolina just for fun. On the latest, let's look at what kind of. Well, here we go. Timeline. We can do this. So here is the possibility. This would be early Tuesday morning. Here would be Tuesday around 6-7 a.m. So we could be looking at early Tuesday, Charleston area, Myrtle Beach area, Middle South Carolina area landfall. That's the latest Euro. And it's showing a strengthening system at the last second, 977 millibar. So that's definitely something to watch. Precipitation, obviously wherever center goes, we're going to have a lot of rain. Look at that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 inches of rain. This is all rain. So obviously where landfall is, lots of rain. And again, the latest Euro showing a little bit strengthening as it approaches South Carolina. So let's look back at some rain here on the latest Euro. So here's the wind for Florida. And we can see it coming ashore. We can see it come, approach. Here's Sunday morning, 12 o'clock. This is the latest Euro. So the system slowed down a little bit. The steering currents are not as strong, obviously. 15. I think the last report from the NHC was 15 miles an hour. 12 miles an hour. So it's slowing down. 12 miles an hour. It was running 23. Christine, we'll look at that next, storm surge. But anyway, Sunday morning. Here is Sunday noonish. And a little bit on shore. Here's Monday morning. Slow down. Lots of rain. Rain, 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 go away. Here's Jacksonville. This is right off the coast here Monday afternoon. Lots of water pushing in. And then, of course, what we just showed was South Carolina. So let's look at the rain forecast on that. So other than, even with a landfall, look, the heavy, 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 heavy rain stays to the east. So that's the trend. Unfortunately, a direct landfall means more rain because this becomes that. And remember, all the heavy stuff's to the east side. If it makes a, South Carolina hit, you're going to have squall lines, obviously. Heavier squall lines will always be to the east. The systems rotate counterclockwise. The storms push stormy, squally weather, and yes, they will produce tornadoes. They will produce water spouts. So you'll hear warnings, no doubt. This is from Hurricane Center. Just posted that. I'm looking at it. Let's see if there's anything new. Here's a weather map, rain map, obviously. So let's see. Here's Reed Timmer. What's he talking about? Ooh, breaking news. 980 millibar possible, just reported. So again, not the prettiest looking hurricane, but lowering pressures is not a good thing. And we've seen what these storms can do. Over the warm Bahama waters. We show the ocean heat content is very warm. Shallow waters, warm water. And we get these highs and lows with systems. Unfortunately, we don't want them peaking at the wrong time. So, temporary, and that's why I made a point. It choked our system temporarily, basically. Here's a dry air. So, lots to watch today. Lowering pressures is not what we want to see as far as wind speeds go. Lowering pressures mean winds will catch up. And Ed Petrowski, that was 13 hours ago. I hate Twitter, man. Sometimes they throw in a post 13 hours ago. You got to read the time stamp. So anyway. Hey, Nathan, sorry, I just saw that, buddy. Yeah. So listen, the winds are there. Listen, the winds are there. The hurricane hunters are confirming that the storm is not weakening. So it might look ugly on this, but this is the area you got to watch. This is starting to develop more convection again. Steering currents. Well, the steering currents are pretty locked in here to right here. It's going around this high pressure. There's a weakness. It's going to react to this trough coming down the front. It's going to get sucked up in it. We've seen this barclonic type strengthening with these systems on the tail end of these trophy areas. That's why some of the models are showing a little bit of strengthening here at the last second. So the steering currents are, high pressures. This is very fascinating, but this high pressure out here spins clockwise. Check this out. All right, well, this one kind of shows it. I wish I can go to... That's space weather. We don't want to go to space. This kind of shows it. Not the best high pressure system, but anyway, high pressure systems spin clockwise, right? Just watch my mouse. There's a little one here. Clockwise, right? And what happens is these winds accelerate a system northward. Stronger systems are influenced more by upper level winds. Upper level winds, when they spin, clockwise, they actually push. Sponsored by Bush. This segment is sponsored by Bush Apple, which you could buy at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. So these high pressures push our system. A little bit of weak steering here, so it could meander itself a little bit more to Florida. That's what's happening. Here's somebody asked about surge. 2 to 4 foot is the official forecast. 2 to 4 foot. I don't know if we have any warnings yet on the surge. Probably still a watch. Still a watch. Surge watch. Remember, no other radio. Click on it. Listen to it. I'm going to be going to Lakeland and watch Emily play a couple of games of softball and coming back. I made Julie drive by herself. That's how dedicated I am. I'm like, I gotta be able to come home if this thing blows up.
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Miami and Fort Lauderdale listening area.
That's weather
High
porn.
current risk in effect through Sunday evening. Tropical storm warning in effect. Today, tropical storm conditions possible.
West Palm Beach.
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the West Palm Beach listening area. High current risk in effect through Sunday evening. Hurricane warning in effect. Tropical storm warning in effect. Coastal.
I don't know. I got goosebumps when I heard that. I don't understand our weather addiction here. We all have this strange weather addiction. So here's the latest models. Latest models on the 12Z models. I don't know if we showed these. These might have came out. I don't know if they have or not. But there's your latest models. You talk about a hovering of models now. This is off of Tropical Tidbits. I say we have some pretty good model support, huh? Charleston, Cynthia, some of the modeling are showing a strengthening. We could have a hurricane in Charleston, and that would be Monday night into Tuesday morning. Hey, Carol, no, thank you. And I need a break sometimes, man. I literally, this is my time. You know, if you didn't hear the story, we were supposed to be camping. We were going to leave today. We were going to go to Lake Lanier for 3 days. I mean, you know, I figured this year, because Daytona got screwed up. We always go to Daytona NASCAR. They moved the race to the end of August. What the hell are they thinking, right? So our yearly July trip to Daytona got screwed. So I'm like, let's take a little vacation and go to. We'll go early August before the season. that was bull crap. So we canceled it, obviously, because otherwise I would have been stressing about getting the camper ready, leaving today, trying to update. We got Charleston. We got folks in South Carolina now. You know, this is a 2-stage storm. We got Florida now. We got Bahamas now, obviously. We got Florida. Then we're going to have the coastal people worried up in the Carolinas, and that's Tuesday morning. So we got tomorrow to track, and we got Monday to track. And I got water. Look at that. What other dude's drinking water from a Daisy Duck cup? Hey, Brittany, you could be looking at direct landfall from a hurricane. I don't want to spin it any different. Hey, Doris, how you doing? Got some new fans, maybe? We had 12,000 last night. Hilton Head, you're right on that edge, Kristen. You need to be worried. Torrey, Tampa, no, everybody's got their day. Trust me. Charleston, Rick, I'd love to. So, the official NHC forecast is off the coast. The latest Euro has it hit the coast. You're welcome, Cindy. Hey, I take plenty of vacations. We're very lucky. My wife's been at Publix 30-some years, so she gets like 4, 5, 6 weeks off. So we've done a lot. I ain't complaining. I love doing this stuff. Trust me, I would not have fun. I would not have fun having no internet, 24 hours of addiction. I feel so disconnected when I'm not on the computer because things change. Just like we're watching right now, the hurricane hunters apparently have found a 980 millibar burst of convection. So things change quick. If you don't stay on top of the tropics and see trends, man, that's when you sound silly. And I don't want to sound silly. And I swear, when you take 6 hours off from the tropics, and all you're doing is relying on 6 hour old forecasts, then you sound silly. So thank you, Lee. Thank you for supporting the site. You could be a Facebook supporter, man. It's cheaper than tipping your bartender. Tip your bartender. I guarantee you tip a whole 5 years of Mike's Weather Page support a month, probably. $5 a month, best deal in the world. It's like tip. I'm like a bartender serving you alcohol or weather. Forward speed. So Kelly, listen. Soon as this thing hits land, it's going to get caught up in that trough coming down, and it's going to race out of here. So this is your rain map, by the way. I'm looking at. So it definitely upwards. Let's show the whole U.S. here. So it's definitely going to accelerate northward fast. See the front coming? That's a front, and it's going to. It's kind of odd, really, to see a front. Well, not really. It's not a front. It's an upper level break. High pressure, low pressure, high pressure. We talked about this timing weeks ago. Wanda, that's $1 million question. There's still enough. Savannah? Susie? Well, water-wise, storm surge, yes. Squall lines, yes. Savannah is going to be like the same spot like middle Florida is. You're going to have nasty weather to the Gulf side or the Atlantic side, but I think just an occasional squall line is going to come through Savannah, Brunswick, and obviously surge and water would be more of a concern for that area right now than a direct hit. So yeah, Gretchen, coastal rains, yes. We're still going to have pockets of rain. Florida, listen, I mean, it's going to be a slow-moving system. It's slowing down. Coastal, some parts of the coast could see some pretty high accumulations, but not for everybody. Middle Florida west, very little effects. Latest Euro takes a track right across Florida still. So even though the NHC, this is the latest Euro. Latest Euro showing landfall. Latest Euro showing 2 landfalls, Florida and South Carolina. So take it for a grain of salt. Latest GFS. We can't see landfall. I hate that. Why don't we have that on there? What can I look at? Now we can look at wind at least. Kind of shows you center. Latest GFS. Skirts the coast. Landfall or not on the GFS, it's like you could reach out and touch it. And it rides the coast with a middle Carolina landfall. South Carolina kind of skirts a little bit more, but so makes sense, right? All right, looks good. So I hope all this made sense. We're watching it in real time. Pay attention to the hurricane hunters. Make sure we don't see a 980 pressure verified, because that would mean it's strengthening. So they're out there flying around right now. We got some more hot towers to worry about. So we'll just watch it in real time. I'll be live tonight for sure. Not sure what time. Thank you, Mary. Thanks to all the fans. Thanks for your support. Remember, just stay alert, Florida. It's slowing down a tick, so landfall could be now a little bit more in the morning. Tomorrow morning, and West Florida again, very little effects. Occasional fast-moving squall, but it's a two-stage storm. We're watching up in the Carolinas Monday night into Tuesday. It could be approaching South Carolina as a little, strengthening a little bit. NAC only has it officially at 70, but a couple of models show a little bit more strengthening at the last second. So pay attention to that. Right? All right. Here we go. So we'll sign off. If you're in Lakeland, I'll honk. And we'll see you later. New track at 11, correct. So we have a new NHC thinking at 11 o'clock. So we'll see you.